Everybody, this is T19 Productions, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Holcraft Works Mainline Hunslet and a few other things that he sent along with it. So let's get it open. I've taken off the label so I don't dox myself, and let's get into it. Hope everybody likes this video, and let's get into it. And if you like what you see on here, just consider subscribing, and yeah. Alright, I reckon we'll start with this one here. It's the heavier one. So I'll take the one. Start in beautifully laser cut boxes. That's the first one. Alright, let's see what we have here. I'll just pull the tape off, that'll be easier. As you can tell, this is unscripted. I prefer not to write scripts for this. And let's see what one this is. This is the Mainline Hunslet. Lovely. This one here is for either a scratch-built chassis, or there is one that we have found, which may be a perfect fit. Here's the roof, it's really great. The firebox. So, yep, that's great. Yeah, lots of good amount of detail on it. Looks great. And the bit we've all been waiting for, the body shell, which I've got to try and get out without breaking. Here we go. This is specifically the square cab version, as you would see on, I believe, Charles. Linda and Blanche have got the circle cab, circle windows. Beautiful pipe detailing, looks really good. It's got a holder for a NEM socket, or NEM, and there we go. Could put a Katie on there, or you can pull that out and put in just a hook and loop. That's obviously NG7, and yep. Let's chuck the roof on. But a great fit, as you'd expect. I'm not sure what I'll paint this one in, but I was thinking somewhere on Sodor. And the next one, which I'm assuming is, which is obviously also a Hunslet. Got the roof, which I believe is the same as the other one. Yep. Except, yep, I'll put the roof on the other one, get up firebox, which is the same, I believe. Yeah, that one's just different colour. Now, the real difference between the two body shells is this one is for a ready-to-run chassis. As you can see, there's a little bit of a sleeve there, which is not present on this one. This is due to it being for an easier chassis, the Hornby 040 chassis. Very common chassis, which obviously has to be modified without the cylinders. Yep, that's pretty great fit. Once it'll be cut down, it'll be a great fit. So I'll put that aside. Obviously this one fits the NEM pockets like the other one. Yep. And there's also one on the back. I forgot to mention that with the other one. One thing I forgot to mention on the other one is obviously that just slides into the cab. And obviously the cab roof just goes on top, like you would expect. This one, it probably just needs to be glued down and it'll be alright. Yep, alright. Once again, I'll mention these boxes and how they are just lovely. If I were you, I would go buy stuff from Mark Holcraft. I've got his links in the description. And we'll get on to this next box. And it's got what logo it is and Mark Holcraft Modelworks. It's the same for Oh wait, this one doesn't have the lid. Oh, well. Anyway, most of the time it would have this on there. Alright, let's get this next box open. If I am correct, it is a pair of bug boxes. Much bigger than I was expecting, to be honest. And these also have NEM sockets. Just plug that in and I'll show you. Yep, these ones are a bit less of a tighter fit, but I believe that's because the insides aren't on. Yep, these just use the standard Hornby wheels, which I'll show you in the next video when I'm running them. Well, I might run the Hunslets in this video, but we'll see. I'll put that to the side. Yeah, that's all in this box, so open up this one, and it is also a bug box. This one is a bit damaged, but it's got the bit there, which is good. I'll put that aside, and they run on the same chassis. This one should be a fit. Just obviously needs a bit of cleaning up here. Obviously needs to be re-glued here. Other than that, it looks really good. Other than a bit of sanding, and yep, that's about it. If I put the NEM socket in, there we go. You can see, yep, just fits in nice and snug. Obviously, it's supposed to have this shell over it, but it's not on there right now. And yep, alright. So that's all for the models at the moment. I will begin modifying the chassis to be able to put this on there, and we'll get some running footage. I've just got to, yep. So yeah, all we're going to do is cut off the cylinders, so I'll get to that. Alright, so yeah, I've cut the chassis. So there's a bit you got to cut off the front as well as like sort of the part of the coupling hook you've got to cut off. Now it's really simple to get the chassis in, so we'll just put it upside down. Now obviously it's got the shitty Hornby rods. There we go, I said something bad, so demonetization. Not that I've got monetization. So yep, you just slide the piston rods into the pistons, and that's it. Next we gotta actually put it on the model, and yep, there we go. Now obviously the main glaring issue with having it a Hornby 040 chassis is no outside cranks, but hey, who cares? That's what this one's for, which is for any other chassis, which could be a custom chassis, doesn't matter. Now, yeah, I think it works pretty nice. Like, hey, you could say, oh, it works on the Teller Flynn or the Scarloey. Hint, hint. Really doesn't matter what you do. Either way, it looks great, and I'm excited to get more things, or buy more things from Mark one day. And yeah, so now we'll do some comparisons. So obviously we have the beautiful Mark Holcraft Edition Mainline Hunslet in NG7, and here is its 009 counterpart, which is Linda. Not the same, as it's got round windows, but same design of loco. Yeah. Linda's obviously got the outside cranks. Okay, next comparison will be the bug boxes. Here are my 009 ones by Peco. That's by Bachmann, if you didn't know, they make some. Here is the, I believe, third class coach, which these are called bug boxes. Yeah, this is the first class bug box. This is the third class one, painted in mid-soda blue. Here is the larger bug box, a bit like a magician trick. And here is the first class one, which we saw earlier, which, yep, it's definitely a lot bigger. Just, yep, by comparison, and obviously I can do the same thing as before. Now these bug boxes, the chassis here, they need Peco bearings. They can either be brass or plastic. Doesn't matter. And after that, you use Hornby wagon wheels, the 14 or 13-inch ones, 13mm ones. And yeah, that's about it. And another comparison is the beautiful Akira scale Andrew Barclay. And I'll use the one without the chassis at the moment for comparison. These both run on the same gauge of track, about similar size. Alright, and before I forget, how about some running footage? So, got her over here. Oh, going the wrong way. As you can see, I've got the NEM couplers in. Goes over the points nicely, and yep, alright, let's get it going. Okay, yep. Oh, stuck in the points. I have noticed it sort of shakes when it goes at the higher speeds. But I won't do too much of a running session until I get it actually painted up. And this is just more of a part of the review. And I'll push her backwards and uncouple it. Obviously it's just pulling along some double O scale coaches. This is just until I can get the bearings for the bug boxes. Yeah, you can see that I clearly need to do some more work on this chassis before we can actually get it going. Yeah, well, going properly. Yeah, let's go reverse. Alright, this body shell is definitely worth it to anyone who's interested in narrow gauge. As much as it takes up a bigger space, that's more detail in the models, and you get more choices when you're looking at chassis to use. Obviously, yes, it's a Hornby chassis, which is a bit annoying, but you'd get used to it eventually. Obviously, clean wheels and clean track should make it run good. These chassis are extremely easy to find, and these models are extremely good to have. As a final add-on to the video, I'm just going to be talking about the couple of gripes that I've got with the Mainline Hunslets. I'm not going to be talking about these, as these were just sent to me as little freebies, and not something that would usually be sold to customers. Models, all around lovely. I don't mind the handrails being printed on there, as I don't want to spend money to buy said handrails. Other than making more variants of it, which I hope to see Mark do one day, as in a tendered variant or round windows like Linda and Blanche. I'd very much like a Linda. That's the one I've got in 009. I've noticed that the back coupler box is a bit funky. It doesn't fit the NEM tension lock in there properly, but that's not a huge deal. I'd say all around, great model. I'd probably a 4.5 out of 10. It's getting towards the really goods. I can't do much about how the Hornby chassis looks, but I don't mind that. Like I said earlier, could just say, oh, it's 3'6" or 2'6", or runs on the scale OE, or somewhere from Sodor. It doesn't matter. It's just all around good model. Very good. If you're starting out in NG7 and you don't want to pay for the Corey Hunslets, try one of these. Really good price and really cheap as well. Like the chassis itself, how much are they? They're cheap. Wouldn't pay more than $50 for one, or £50, I should say. If you're willing to spend a bit more money, try a Peco BL-1 chassis for added realism. As you can see, the inside of the cylinders aren't there, unlike on that one. That's really all I have to say about it. It's not bad, other than the coupler box here being a bit dodgy, like not letting the couplers go in properly. This on the front coupler box, I've noticed while running this one Doesn't line up the best when Katie's are used, but it's fine on the back, just not on the front. So that's really, either I'm not happy about or I'm really happy about. I love these models. Perfect start to NG7. If it wasn't for these, like for all of this, I would never be into NG7. Not for a very long time. But hey, it's a good start. Eventually I'd like to add to the collection with wagons and eventually more locos, more carriages. I'd love an Alice, but we can only wait and see. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Like and subscribe, and have a good day. Just, if you want to watch more videos, just click on my profile, and you'll see videos of either models or real trains. So, thanks for watching the video, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.